Hi everyone, this is Ashley Werdeman. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I apologize I'm on just a minute late. I am experiencing a little bit of a technical difficulty, so in the time that we're waiting for other people to join, I'm just going to try to see if I can fix that real quick, and I will be back in a moment. So hang tight and then we'll start soon. Thanks. Okay, I think I've gotten my tech issues sorted out. So if you guys could just respond and let me know, give me a thumbs up that you can see everything, that you can hear everything, and also let me know where you're joining from. I'd love to hear where everyone is at right now. Seeing some thumbs up, thank you, that's very helpful. Yes, we are on. Thank you for waiting. Thumbs up, thank you so much. Awesome, great. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up, so I think we are ready to go. So once again, my name is Ashley Werdeman. I am the Assistant Marketing Manager at Concordia Publishing House. Some of you may have seen some previous VBS webinars we've done and everything. So thank you for joining me again this afternoon. I know you all have a lot going on. You're probably in school or just have a busy work day. So I'm going to try to keep it short. But as always, if at any point I don't answer a question that you have, feel free to type it in the chat. Or you can always email us at vbsteam@cph.org and be happy to answer your questions. All right, so we're going to go through everything that comes in VBS 2025 Epic Australian Adventure, and I'm really excited to share a little bit more with you guys. Some of you may have joined our last webinar. We're going to expand on some of those points that we talked about before, and hopefully you'll walk away with excitement like the rest of us are about doing this VBS this summer. All right. So first, let's talk about everything we're going to go over. So we have lots to share. I'll start with going our theme and Bible lesson overview just so you can get some familiarity with that if you haven't had a chance to look over that just yet. We'll cover what's in your starter kit, and then we'll also go over some other questions that have come up, like how to access your digital tools, because I know there's been some confusion about that. And then we'll just go over some additional tips and tricks of where some other resources are that may be valuable to you during this time. And then lastly, we'll do a Q&A, and I'll try to answer any questions that you have. All right, so our theme comes from John 14:6, where Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And so throughout these 5 days of VBS, we're going to explore that theme. We're going to talk about how God calls Moses in Exodus at the very beginning, and then how God leads his people to the promised land. And then a tie-in was just, this is also how Jesus leads us. We'll go into the New Testament and talk about the parable of the Good Samaritan in the Gospel of Luke and how Jesus teaches us. And then we'll go through Christ's death and then, of course, his resurrection. And we'll tell the Bible story of Peter and John racing to the tomb that happens in John. and then how Jesus ascends to the Father, and how therefore we now get to go out and share that same love with others. So those are our lessons throughout the week. If you'd like to know a little bit more about those, let me know. But I think it's pretty straightforward, and we think that these are going to be some great Bible stories to share with your VBS kids. So what's in your VBS Starter Kit? So you can see there's actually quite a lot in there. So we're going to go through all of those details so that way you know exactly what you're getting. First thing I want to talk about is this access sheet that comes in your starter kit. So some of you have expressed some confusion about not knowing how to get to your digital materials. So when you purchase a starter kit, you are automatically granted digital access to, you're automatically granted digital content. It is built into the price of your kit. So we have two ways that you can purchase, you can access depending on how you purchased. If you purchased through cph.org, your digital content was automatically added to the CPH account that was used at checkout. So if you made that purchase yourself, you should see it there. And if you don't, let us know because it should be there. If you are not the one who made the purchase and say that you're sharing responsibility for planning your VBS, you may need to have the person who did purchase and that's on their account share access with you. And we'll go over that a bit in a minute. The other way you can go through is going to that link that you see, cph.org/VBS2025 downloads. And on this welcome sheet, you will see, I have it highlighted there, is a data code. Use that code on that page, and that is another way that you can download your digital content and you can access it. So that is there for those who maybe didn't purchase through CPH, and we obviously still want you to have your digital content. So regardless of if you purchase through CPH or elsewhere, you can access your digital materials in that way. If you only purchased outside of CPH, then using this VBS 2025 downloads URL is where you are going to get your digital content, and you will need to put in this access code. So hopefully that makes sense. We do have a video tutorial on our Epic Australian Adventure playlist that you can reference. And if you have any questions, please let us know. But it's also important to remember that your digital material is also on your directory USB. So if you're still a little confused, just know that there are so many different ways that you can access your digital materials, so you're not limited to one. Oh, sorry, and then the share access code. Once you are in your digital content center, and this is specifically a feature that is offered through cph.org, you have the ability to share access with other people. So you might see on that screen that there's a little blue button there that says share access. That will give you the code, and you just follow those steps, and that's how you share access to the digital materials with the rest of your team. Just make a note of how many downloads you're allowed for each, or you are limited to a certain amount of downloads. So just make sure that you're paying attention to that before you share access. You can't go and share with 20 people. So you might want to be selective of who you're sharing access with. Your director guide also covers some of that information, and it explains that in a little bit more detail. So if you're still not quite sure, you can read it there in your director guide too. All right, so hopefully that clears up some questions about that. Again, if you're still not sure, just let us know. We'll be happy to walk through that with you. Next in your kit is a catalog. This is just for your convenience, so you can just see everything that is offered. It provides you with your item numbers, so if you want to go onto our website, you can look specifically for that one thing you're looking for. And we've tried to lay out all the things that we thought would be helpful for you to have during your VBS this year. So definitely flip through that catalog, check everything out, and you can grab all of those resources at cph.org/VBS2025. Next in your kit is your opening and closing leader guide, and I actually have that here with me too. So here you can kind of see. So this has everything that you need for opening and closing. This includes skit scripts for 2 people, so you can have a person A and person B. You can decide how you want to do that. If you want to have 2 adult volunteers, if you want to have a puppet, or however you want it to be, that's up to you. You have that flexibility. So you have those skit scripts there inside There's also a breakdown I can show you of how you can do your opening and your welcome. It then prompts you, this is basically just an outline of how to conduct your opening and your closing, references, or lets you know which song would best fit for the lesson for that day. And it even has a prayer in there for you to guide everyone in prayer before you start your site rotations. Same thing for closing, guides you through some speaking points and some other information to share. Again, there's some skits that you can do, and then any announcements or reminders, or a reminder about the mission project, which we'll talk about a little bit later as well. So all of that is in there, so you'll definitely want to check that out. You also have access to PowerPoint slides. Those are in your digital content center on the URL or on your directory USB. So check those out. Those are all made for you already, but you have the ability to customize them however you need, whatever your needs are. And there's also some helpful instructions on how to put a video in if you have separate videos you want to include, or anything like that. So feel free to modify those however you would like. Next, we have early childhood materials. So you have your very own early childhood storytelling leader guide that goes really well with the early childhood leaflets. These are really great for those little friends who are coming to join you for VBS. So this guide outlines how you can go through each of the Bible lessons and the Bible points for that day, and emphasize those take-home points in a way that makes sense for that age group. There's also a supply list for each lesson. If you're not sure what materials you need, we've outlined that for you as well. And then there's also sheets in there. You can see the early childhood leaflet guide. There's a specific sheet that ties in with the leaflet and gives you, again, those storytelling points or speaking points, and instructions on how you can incorporate the leaflets in with the lesson. So hopefully all of those are very helpful tools for you. The leaflets are just a really fun activity to, you can do it there in your site, or you can send home and they can do it at home with their families. Totally up to you, however you want to do it. But you have that flexibility and it's just fun and interactive. Same thing for our elementary storytelling leader guide. The exact same concepts, just for an older age group for grades kindergarten through 5th grade. They also have their own leaflets that are, again, have those fun activity pages and some good take-home points that they can share with their families when they go home. Next are site leader guides. You guys probably are familiar with all of these. A new addition from the last time we met is some tutorial videos that we have available on YouTube. So we've put together some videos for you to look at for crafts and snacks specifically. So in the past, you've asked us, what is this snack supposed to look like? Or what is the end product for this craft? And just looking for some inspiration. So we've gone ahead and added those for you. So definitely check them out. There are also images within the leader guide too. Same thing, showing what the finished product looks like, so you can kind of see what that looks like there in the craft. These are really simple, just giving you everything you need to know your supply list and craft prep and everything like that. And there's even bonus crafts on the back if you're looking for some other ideas. We also have some suggestions on our Pinterest page, so if you want to see some other things you can try, definitely check that out. Same thing for snacks. There's pictures there for you for what the finished snack looks like once you have done it, if you're looking for an example. And then again, if you're like wanting to introduce some other snacks too, that's also in there as well. And then you have your games leader guide, same concept, gives you all of your information of what you need for your game site. Some lessons have 2 games available, so you can choose which one you want to do. And then there's also some space in there about how to do games with your early childhood friends. So that's also very helpful if you have a mixed group, or if you do have them broken up by age, you can get some ideas from your games leader guide for that site. All right, we'll look at our crafts. So we have our Isaiah 43 1 photo frame. Here you can see an example of what it looks like when it's completed. In your starter kit, you have a sample craft pack that you can see what those look like. And you can kind of get a feel for how that would work before you make an additional purchase for the quantities that you need. So this is our lesson 1 craft. And then we have, this is our lesson 2, which is a sand art craft where you peel back specific layers and they can add sand to it, and it's really fun. Then you have your Jesus Loves Me wooden pendant that they can design for themselves. You can turn it into a necklace, a keychain, however you want to use that. The Jesus Saves Sun Catcher, this is, again, just you can paint it, so using your watercolor paints, so that's a really fun activity too. And then the Good News Flyer, which is like shaped like a boomerang, and that will be really fun. I'm sure that lots of kids will really enjoy throwing that around during their off time after VBS. All right, and then we have Bible Exploration Leader Guide. This goes over, again, has a supply list for each of those lessons. There's lots of information here. This one's actually quite thick compared to some of the other leader guides. So there's Bible story review. There's some other talking points for your science demonstration and giving you all of those details and guiding you through that. This also has examples for early childhood options for your younger friends. So you can get some ideas there if you'd like as well. And then a great tie-in with your Bible Exploration Leader Guide is, of course, your Bible story posters. So we have these beautiful illustrations. This is what it looks like when it's all folded up. So you can kind of see to scale. They're actually quite big. And they're just so nice. So you get your 5 Bible story posters. God calls Moses, God leads his people to the promised land, the Good Samaritan, Peter, John race to the tomb, Jesus ascends, and then you also have this publicity folder available for you to write on, and you can post that wherever you want to let people know about your VBS. So that's in there as well. Next, we have our decorating posters. You can probably see one of them behind me. This is that nice big one, so you can get a better idea of just how big these decorating posters are versus the image that you're seeing on the screen. So there's 4 of these. You have one with your with the logo and the site signs. You also get the animals that you can cut out and you can post all throughout your space. And then there's this one that you can see behind me. This is like what's on the VBS box. And then a map of Australia, which is really fun, has all those animals on there too. And that's also just really fun and interactive for the theme. Oh, I should also mention within decorating, if you're looking for some ideas of how to decorate your space, definitely check out our Pinterest page because we have lots of ideas posted there as well. If you're looking for a little inspo, not quite sure what kind of supplies you want to use or anything like that, our Pinterest page will have some suggestions there for you. Then we have our student essentials. These are so fun. My favorite is this little koala clip-on. I absolutely love it. You can clip it on your water bottle or on your lanyard. It's really fun. Put it on a pin. Kids will definitely enjoy that. I'm not doing a very good job putting it on my water bottle. There it goes. So cute. And those come in a pack of 5, so you can see. And the sample of that is in your starter kit. You also have some sticker sheets, some Tim tattoos. I've been having some fun playing with those and just seeing what it looks like. They're really cute. There's also an iron-on transfer, so you can make your own t-shirts. And then our classic collectibles. We know that you guys really like those, so those are still in there as well. And those, for those who maybe aren't as familiar, those include your Bible story posters, and they're lenticular, so when you move them around, it changes. You can see the Bible verse or the Bible, there's take-home point on them. So those are really great too. And it's up to you how you want to distribute those. If you want to give them out during certain sites, or if you want to send them home at the very end of the day, it's up to you. But we try to provide as many as we could to really make it fun. Next, we have our music. So you can access our 5 theme songs and our 5 Bible memory verse songs on the Pass Along Music download card. So that includes your audio files and your video files. All of those are in there. Of course, they're also in your digital content and on the directory USB. But the Pass Along card is really great to send home to your VBS families so they can continue listening to the music at home, and they can take that home with them. Or you can order some and send it to your volunteers, and that's how they can get familiar with the music. It's up to you how you want to use it, but it's a really great tool. If you want to preview the music, kind of get a sample of it before you purchase, you can find that at cph.org/VBS2025. Listen to a preview, get a feel for it, and just see if that's something you're interested in. We also have inside the kit, and this is only in the kit, we're not selling it separately, is the music leader guide. So this has all of those lead sheets for the theme music and the Bible memory verse songs. So for those of you who like the music, but maybe you want to do a different style for it, you definitely have that flexibility with the music leader guide. So again, there you go. There's your sheet music, and you can learn it yourself, or you can create something new with it and just have fun with it that way. So for those people who would like to do something a little bit more traditional, definitely check this out. There's also some key resources. Early childhood songs are in there too, which is great. And I should also add the early childhood music is also on the Pass Along download card and in the Digital Content Center. There's also some hymn recommendations if you'd rather do some hymns instead. Then we give some suggestions from Lutheran Service Book and One and All Rejoice that fit well with that day's lesson. So definitely check that out in your starter kit. All right, also on our website, you can find some freebies, like free downloads. So we have our lessons at a glance chart that you can download and you can distribute with others if that's helpful. We also have a save the date flyer. You can customize, type in your information straight there and then get it printed. You could download our logos. We have it full color, black and white, and the line art. I know some of you really like to download the line art so you can use it as a coloring sheet, and that's definitely really fun. So you can grab that on our website as well. We also have some social media images to help you promote your VBS as well. So those are available for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter or X. So you can download those and use them to promote your VBS. A newest addition, we uploaded a style guide on there. So for those of you who want to know what the colors are and the fonts, you can go ahead and grab that for a free download there. And then lastly, we have our mission project. So inside you have a flyer, and this is a really big size, as you can see. So you can also download your mission project flyer from this website, or from our website, but it's obviously going to be a little bit smaller. So if you wanted to have extras that you can print and post progress and have them posted throughout, definitely grab that. But then it also points you to where our mission project is with Concordia Gospel Outreach, and you can have a better sense of how that mission project works. And so for those of you who are not familiar, Concordia Gospel Outreach we love to partner with them as they provide resources, Christian resources like Bibles and children's books to kids who otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to access those materials. So it's a really great mission project. If you'd like to learn more, definitely visit the website, and you can find that on our website, and I'll link you right out to that and you can check it out. Let's see. Also, we have VBS Mates. This is a free registration tool. Some of you may be familiar with it already. If you're not, definitely check it out. It's great for tracking everything that you need to do for your VBS, tracking volunteers, getting your registrations for students and everything along those lines. You can also set up an event in the Epic Australian Adventure theme, and you'll basically have like your own little website where people can register, and you can customize that however you need. So that's definitely a great tool that you should check out. All right, we went through a lot. So now I'm gonna see if there's any questions any of you have. So let me go over here and check. Any questions anyone wants to post in the chat? I see a question about VBS Mate. So you will have to go and recreate an event each year, I believe. But I will clarify and I can get back to you. So hang tight. I will try to make sure I can get all the details for that question, and I'll follow up with you after the webinar today. I see a question about the digital kit. So unlike other VBS publishers, we do not charge an additional fee for our digital materials. So when you purchase your starter kit, you purchase the digital content. You do not have the digital content available separately. It is built within the price of your starter kit. Yeah, so I see a question about Pinterest. So if you go to pinterest.com, and actually the next slide I will show will give you that link that you can check out. But if you go to Pinterest and search CPH VBS, we have a page started there, or a board started there for VBS materials. So you can see some of our suggestions and ideas for what you can do for decorating, for snacks, for crafts. Lots of things are there. So I will show you that link here in a second after we're done with questions. Yes, so the kit is finally live. So for some of you who pre-ordered, I know you've been sitting very patiently and waiting for your kit. So kits are now shipping out. You should be getting them relatively soon. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Those materials will be out very soon. I know there's been some crazy weather out here in the St. Louis area. So if there's some delays, that might be why. So thank you for your patience. But otherwise, materials should be shipping out really soon. So question about the music download card. Yeah, so the idea is that you would do one for each household or one for each participant. So it's up to you how you want to do it. So that's how you are able to share the music, the VBS music for this year with your families. So if you have a family that has 3 kids registered for VBS, they obviously don't need 3 pass-along cards. They would just benefit from the one. And that pass-along card gives them the information they need in order to access the materials. And a sample of it is included in your starter kit. So when you purchase your starter kit and when it gets to you, definitely check it out and kind of go through it and see what that looks like so you can kind of get an idea of the user experience for them. I see a few other questions. I'm going to come back to you and answer some of your questions via email because I want to make sure that I'm understanding your question versus this quick glance right now. But also I want to make sure I'm getting you all the accurate information that you're looking for. So if I haven't answered your question on here, don't worry, I am going to come back and answer it. But I do want to be mindful of our time and recognize that we are coming up on, it is 12:30 now. So with that, I will wrap up here. Let me go to my next slide. All right, so if you have any other questions that you are trying to type out now, or I didn't quite answer in the fullest way that you were hoping, definitely email us at vbsteam@cph.org. I will respond to those emails personally, and I will get that information to you as soon as I can. Definitely check out our website, cph.org/VBS2025, and that's where you're going to get lots of information about our kit, about our materials, and everything else. So if there's something you are looking for you're not finding, again, let us know and we'll happily guide you to it. Some other helpful links, check us out on Facebook. That's maybe how some of you learned about this webinar. So check our Facebook page. We like to post things there. Instagram as well. Subscribe to our YouTube playlist. That's where this video is being recorded and it will be uploaded there for you to go back and watch later. And there's also some other helpful videos on there for you as well. And that will be, more videos will be uploaded throughout the year leading up to VBS. And then there's that link for Pinterest. If you go to pinterest.com/cphvbs, you can see some suggestions that we have posted there for ideas for your VBS. All right, so we are at time, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here, but I hope that this was really informative. If some of you joined previously, maybe it was a little too soon, you weren't quite ready to think about VBS, so hopefully some of the materials we covered today answer some questions you had or provide some more insight. If you have more you want to talk about, please reach out. We're happy to answer your questions, and we just want to make sure that you have the best VBS that you possibly can. So we're so thankful for you. We're so thankful that you've chosen Epic Australian Adventure, and we can't wait to see what you guys do with that this summer. All right, have a blessed day, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.